We pray to you for our brothers Abelino and Elroy, whose bodies we honor with Christian burial, that they may be delivered from the bonds of death. Admit them to the joyful company of your saints.
But you know what? I guess the best description that I can give you today for these two guys and for Jerome as well is that I am very honored personally. I am very fortunate. And I'm very grateful that one time in my life I had the chance to know them, work with them, and be a friend to them guys.
Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, and the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Albert F. Del Rosario, please allow me to extend our heartfelt sympathy over the loss of Elroy and Abelino in the November 16 tragedy in the Gulf of Mexico. Our hearts go to Elroy's wife, Mary Jane, and her children, Ellie Jane and Elroy Jr., who unfortunately could not come here to the U.S., and of course his brother Elmer, and to Abelino's wife, Edna, and their children, Jade, Maverick, and Adrian. They are what these two men lived and died for. Because like the 10 million other Filipinos who toil in various parts of the world, it was Elroy's and Abelino's desire to secure a better future for their families that brought them to the waters of the Gulf of Mexico, thousands of miles away from home. Unfortunately, their hopes and dreams for a better life for their loved ones were cut short by a tragedy that will leave lasting scars not only on them, but also on the 4 other Filipino workers and their families. We're gathered here today not only to mourn the passing of Elroy and Abelino, but also to pay tribute to these two men and all the other Filipinos serving in offshore oil platforms, not only in the Gulf of Mexico, but also across the globe. Not many know that the Philippines has 40,000 such skilled and highly trained workers supporting offshore operations in various parts of the world. These workers are in high demand in Asia, Europe, Australia, Middle East, Africa, and the Americas because of their work ethic. Here in the United States, Filipino workers played a crucial role in rehabilitating offshore facilities that were damaged or destroyed during Hurricane Katrina's devastating sweep across Louisiana in 2005. Filipinos who were brought to address a manpower shortage clocked in more than 500,000 man-hours to help restore Louisiana's oil production levels. I will be doing Elroy and Abelino and the other injured Filipinos a great injustice if I do not speak out and express my disappointment and dismay over unfair insinuations in media that our workers are to be blamed for the accident. Some reports make it appear that these veteran offshore workers were so incompetent that they triggered the fire by using a torch when they were not supposed to. Still another report said the accident was a result of miscommunications, as if Filipino offshore workers do not understand English. I personally spoke to Mr. Wilberto Ilaga in the hospital, who fortunately is in stable condition. And he told me exactly what happened. And he flatly denied that they used the torch. And he said, they've been in the business for so long, they know exactly what they're doing. So I am really very disappointed about these media reports. The 9 Filipinos who were on that oil platform on November 16 would not have been there if they did not pass stringent training, safety, and language requirements, both here in the United States and back home in the Philippines. These men, along with those still serving in oil platforms in the Gulf of Mexico, also have extensive experience in the oil and gas industry abroad, and with such giants as Shell, Chevron, and British Petroleum, as well as with other companies. An investigation is going on that has avoided speculations and spared the families from further grief and pain.
And I really wish you all the best. But I just can't take it that people are going to blame other people. Let there be no mistake. I will tell you all in this room, those gentlemen did not cut into a wrong line. Those gentlemen did not cut that piece of pipe with a saw. Let there be no mistake. I saw it with my own eyes. And for the media and people to say that is terrible. Okay? So please, don't believe that's what happened. We will get to the bottom. If it takes me the rest of my working days to find out what happened, I will, so it don't happen again. And I can promise you that we could not have accomplished what we have accomplished as a company without the Filipino workforce. They are a tremendous worker. They have done us a great job. I do not have one customer, not one customer, that has anything bad to say about a Filipino worker.
I want to, of course, take this opportunity also to express our appreciation to the officials, the physicians, the nurses, the staff of Baton Rouge General Hospital for the care that they extended to our Filipino workers, Abelino, Hickley, and of course the 3 others who are still in the burn unit at the hospital. I also want to thank GIS and DNR for the support they have extended to the families of our workers. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank our workers, our Filipino workers, for the dedication, for the hard work, for the continuing sacrifices they are offering to make sure that their families in the Philippines have a better future. So I also want to thank, last but certainly not least, Reverend Father Sabino Rebusura for the funeral service and prayers, as well as Pastor Maurice Hunter and Reverend Pat Davis. So again, thank you to all of you for your presence this morning.
Talagang ginagawa nila lahat. Kaya
Pero
po,
tungkulin po namin ito.
Opo, alam ko kung tungkulin, kaya lang po, iba po kasi yung impact ng iba, na pag daw taga-gobyerno, pag mayaman na pagkakilala. Pero sa naranasan ko po kayo, maipagmamalak ko po kayo talaga. Hindi ko po kayo makakalimutan.
Pinagdadasal po ang tatay niyo. Gumaling siya kaagad. No?
Ito pong sir, yung Nera family, ito si Adrian, Nera si
Gamay ho
na
sa Advocacy.
ang panganay po si Jade, nagnanasin po third year college. Si Mary po yung kanilang second. Ito po ang sister, sir.
Brother ni